happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. That trip just, I mean, words can't even explain what this trip has done for me, and just how I feel about Oman now. I lived here for 9 years. I've traveled extensively through the country, always by car, and doing it by motorcycle by myself is just, it has shown me a different side of the country, a different side of the people that I never experienced before, and it honestly, I love this country and the people, and it has just touched me so much, and I'm so happy. And I'm back in Muscat now, so tomorrow I'm going to veg out, do nothing. Do absolutely nothing and just relax. And thank you so much for following my journey, and I hope you had a wonderful time as much as I did. All right, mwah, for my happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. All right, my friends, my Oman vlog series is officially over, but don't worry, because the adventure continues in, drum roll please, South Africa. How did this whole thing start, really? Well, I've been riding for about 13 years now. I've done a few tours here and there, but it wasn't until a couple years ago where I got to a point in my life where things just became stuck. I wasn't happy. I kind of hit a real low in my life. And just after that, a friend of mine had passed away, and I was looking through our messages. We lived in different countries, so I was looking through the messages over the years, and every year it was the same thing. And I was saying, I'm miserable with what I'm doing. I'm not happy. All I want to be doing is traveling the world by motorcycle. That is it. Experiencing culture, living my life, and living authentically me. And I wasn't, and I was miserable. You know, I was working so hard for this future over there that may never come. It made me realize, you know, we're not living for today. We're living for tomorrow. We're living for next year, for 20 years down the road. But we're not happy today. So that made me wake up and think, you know what? I gotta do this. Just after that, I did my first little Oman tour, and I did it on a Royal Enfield. And at that point, I was very new to filming myself, and I was so self-conscious, and I was terrified of speaking in front of the camera. So I haven't released those videos yet, but I will. There's some really fun, interesting stuff in those. And just after that, I did a little trip from Canada down to Yosemite in California and back with my little dog Winston in a pouch on my front. And I'll include the video up here in a link. Super cute, and eventually I'll get to those vlogs as well. I really wanted to start this year off right, and I thought, you know what? What better way to start off a year than a motorcycle adventure? And then that would lead into the rest of my trips. And a lot of people ask me, like, why Oman? Out of all the places you could have gone, why Oman? I actually lived and worked here for almost 9 years. So I was very comfortable with the culture, I was very comfortable with the country, and to me it feels like home here. It's a good opportunity to start this channel, to build this foundation, to let you know who I am. I really wanted to focus positive attention in the Middle East and really paint the real picture for people, a positive, beautiful picture of Muslim people, of the Middle East, of the Arab region, because the media does such a good job of focusing so negatively that it obscures people's ideas of what it's actually like out here. So me going out as a solo female, a vulnerable female on a bike, and putting myself out there and really showing you and capturing in such raw detail my experiences and my encounters. It was a challenge. Filming from sun up to sundown every single day and filming in such great detail, but it was so worth it, and it was so rewarding just to really give you guys an idea of what it's like out here and what it's like to travel as a solo female as well, because that's another question I get a lot is it dangerous? Like, you must be scared. It's so dangerous traveling as a solo female. And it's not. It's not really. I mean, people see you, they're so compassionate towards you and they just want to help you. Alright, so now that my Oman series is finished, what are you going to expect next? Well, I know you have all been desperately waiting to see how I managed to pick up my bike. And oh my gosh, it was painful, so painful. Every time I released a video, just reading the comments, you should do it this way. Why do you have a bike too big for you? This is how you pick it up. I know how to pick up my bike. I know how. And I know I took a bike that was too big for me, and I know how to lower it. If you're new to my channel, this was a borrowed bike for a very short trip, and so I couldn't modify it, I couldn't lower it. We lowered it a bit, and it was just enough so that the kickstand was too straight and that would make the bike fall over too. But my feet were basically just touching the ground when I had the bike. So I'm an experienced rider. I've been riding for many years. I'm not the best rider out there, but I certainly have never dropped my bike like this before in my life. And so if the ground was just slightly sloped like this, if I put my foot down, because the bike was so top heavy as well, I would just drop it because I wasn't expecting it, and my foot would fall and done. It is embarrassing, trust me, it is embarrassing to share this with you and show you it and the frustrations behind it, but this is real. This is real. And I'm not just going to stop my trip because of a few falls or that I can't touch the ground. It's part of the adventure, and I know that, and I went into this knowing that. And I also knew how to pick up the bike. There's, you know, all these recommended techniques out there. However, I have a bad back, and with this recommended technique, it would put too much pressure in my lower back. So I thought, instead of injuring myself, I'm just gonna ask for help. And to be honest, it worked out amazing. And in the end, I did learn how to pick up my bike my way. And you'll see a video about that soon. But had I known how to pick up my bike during my entire trip, I never would have experienced human kindness and had these amazing encounters every single time I needed help. So to me, it was completely worth it. Yeah, it was frustrating by the 4th, 5th, 6th day and dropping my bike every day. I got frustrated. But every time somebody helped me, it just filled my heart that much more. So it's all worth it in the end. And you'll eventually get to see how I learned how to pick up the bike my way for my body and with this specific bike. Then we have the South Africa tour. So if any of you were following me on my other social channels, my Facebook, my Instagram, you would have gotten a little bit of an insight about that trip and the struggles I had. And I made one video, it's on my YouTube, I'll include it in a link up here. Very beginning of my trip, the frustrations that started with this bike. And if you thought Oman was dramatic and the stuff that happened, wait till you see South Africa. Oh, it was interesting. Everything you could have imagined that went wrong, went wrong. So be prepared, because you are about to see the real Rosie. You ain't saying nothing yet. I'm not gonna give it away too much, but lots to look forward to that. A little different than Oman. Oman, I was dedicated to really filming sun up to sundown, every detail. That trip was short. That you can do for a little while, but really it takes so much energy to film so much. And it also takes away from your experience in the trip a bit as well. So when I did go to South Africa, I did film a little less, but enough, you'll see. So that's coming up next. That's what you have to look forward to. I'm actually currently back in Oman now. I'm escaping the Canadian winter. I'm a horrible Canadian. I don't do winters. I should forfeit my passport. I don't do the cold. This summer I also did a trip to the Rockies, and I'll include that. I've got so many videos to work on. So I've come to Oman here basically just to really focus on getting my videos out to you, uploading 2 a week. Hopefully this is my goal, and really focus on that, because next year I will be officially starting my round the world tour. Yeah! Great things to look forward to, and basically when I start that trip I want to be all caught up on everything. In the meantime, for real-time, up-to-date what I'm doing, please check out my Facebook, check out my Instagram, follow, like, I'll include the links below, and so you can follow in real time, because being back in Oman, I will be doing another trip here, this time to a different part of the country, and hopefully including a bit more culture as well. I know some people had mentioned previously, you know, we want to see more of the people, more of the culture. So a few things. It's really difficult because people over here, they don't like to be filmed. They don't like to have their picture taken. It's really difficult to capture a lot of the stuff out here because people just don't want a camera pointed at them. Not only that, but if they are comfortable with it, I personally, I don't want to have a camera in someone's face when I'm speaking to them all the time, because it's not genuine. It feels very false. It takes away from the moment and the experience, and so sometimes I just choose not to film. So I'm sorry that I haven't included more of that in my video, and I will try. Unfortunately, with South Africa, everything's been filmed, it's been done, so I can't go back and refilm it. But please let me know as well if there's anything you want to see more of in my videos. As I mentioned, I've already filmed all of the South Africa stuff, but I will try to implement as much as I can. But for the Oman video that I'm going to be filming this time, what do you want to see more of? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see more of, and even if it's not the Oman video, what do you want to see me make a video of? I would love to hear your comments and your suggestions. Please feel free. I hope you keep enjoying my content and my videos and my creations, and thank you so much. Bye-bye! Roll, please! Eating my hair. We call the prayer. I will get one cut right. I choose like the most uncomfortable spot to sit though. How's my hair? Is it good? Okay, let's try that again. Well, how much I enjoy doing these monologue things. I don't. It's really challenging. But I do November 31st, 2016. I'm just gonna wait till that finishes. It's getting darker. Maybe it would be good background music. Okay.